Welcome, this video will show you all the tips and tricks found in The Emperor's New Groove so far. Although this video is targeted for speedrunners, casual players can still do these tricks in their own playthrough. I'll be going through every level and explain what tips and skips there are, or maybe some general tips for the level. We started with Gate Skip. This skip is the embodiment of looks easy but it's harder than you think. You want to start rolling just before the button. Try rolling between these two edges and roll straight to the door. Too far to the left and you won't make it, and too far to the right and people will talk to you. It also helps to rotate the camera a bit to the left. This is the best way to explain this skip since it's kind of weird. There will be moments when you think you did everything right and you still fail it. That's Gate Skip for you. Right after Gate Skip is the Bike Kit. Roll to the charge potion and charge off the cliff. You will speed up if you jump too close to the ledge, so try jump in the middle. Don't go too far off on either side or you will not make it. After grabbing the red idol, jump off the ledge. You should respawn back at the Gate Skip. Turn around and go to the start of the pillars. Fortunately, the end of the level is in jump range. Charge jump at the ledge straight into the void to reach the end of the level. This level is a skip called Bike Kit Skip. Grab the charge potion and line yourself up like this. Charge jump across and keep jumping to the right. You can also charge jump to the right for a faster approach. Turn the corner and you can quickly enter and leave first person mode to adjust the camera if the camera angle is a little weird. This saves going the long way by beating Bike Kit. This level is only a small trick. Get behind these rocks and jump to the button. You should line yourself up so that you can jump off the map. Right as you press the button, jump again and hopefully you've jumped off the map. If done right, you respawn back at the start of the level and you can grab the potion. This saves going the long way back to the beginning. This level is well known for a skip called Pasha Skip. Instead of following him all the way through the level, we can just jump right past him. Start by getting the charge from the secret area. Talk to Pasha and right after he stops talking, you will hear the stealth music. Now it's all about listening. When you hear that, done, charge to the right of him and jump past him. If you timed it well, you can run through the whole level not worrying about Pasha. You will always turn around at that moment. You do not want to move since it may trigger Pasha to turn around and ruin the timing. You can force him to turn around though. If you take small steps forward, he can turn around and you can jump past him. The music just helps you get it consistently, but it isn't necessary. Jungle Knight 1 is a short level but not without its skips. You can skip charging down the tree by jumping across. Try jumping close to the tree without making it fall down. You will have a heart attack each time you do this, but it's not that hard and will get easier with practice. Next is Waterfall Skip. Try reaching the waterfall with charge and go to the right side of the balloon platform. Aim for the right side of the water. You want to hit the water just below the water level so the game boosts you across it. Too much to the left and you'll bounce back, and be careful not to fall off. This level is all about charge management. Try jumping as soon as you hit the ground to minimize the charge loss. Try grabbing the first couple of coins since they're not far off the normal route. Every 5 coins increases your charge bar, so it will help you a lot. Just mash as fast as you can, using all the buttons. Don't forget you can use the action and jump button as well. All the river levels are kinda the same. Just don't hit any spiders and walls and you're good. Try damage boosting where you can, but just be careful of your health. There is a small trick with Bike Kit where you can let him pass you. Doing that allows you to cut the corners inside and get a small boost from him. Besides getting good RNG in River 4, There's nothing else important. In the stealth section of this level are a lot of guards. After you've entered this area, charge as fast as possible to this button, but be careful not to use all your charge. Go back and press the other one. If you do this fast enough, then you can bypass the guard like this. This is a bit faster than the other route on the left. I call this fast guard. Quick tip in general, guards can only see you if they turn towards you. This means that even though they're facing to you, you won't get caught. This clip is a great example of that. You can jump past the last guard of the level. Be careful because getting caught will result in a big time loss. The timing is kinda strict, so watch closely when he will turn around. This is the moment when he will turn around. I recommend having charge since it's harder without it. This level is pure skill. There are no skips in this level. Just practice a lot and you will become better at it. You can keep up the frog jumps after entering a door if you mash fast enough. This will allow for some time saves here and there, as you can see. Be careful because controlling the frog is harder than it looks. Right in the beginning is the mountain version of Pasha Skip. Move around Pasha to reach this ledge, then roll jump to the bridge. If done right, you will get on the bridge and you have skipped Pasha's dialogue. This comes at a great risk. The hitbox for talking to Pasha is really big. Triggering it will result in talking to him. The problem is that you skip the first charge potion and will put you behind all the good cycles up ahead. Only try to skip if you really need the time save. Next is the rock elevator. You can grab the two nearest rocks to make an elevator. Place the first rock a little behind the last pressure plate. Be careful not to place the rock too far or else you won't be in range to grab the other rock. A little less than Kuzco's body is enough. Then place the second rock on top of the pressure plate. Stand on top of the first rock and nudge towards the second rock until you can grab it. Place the second rock back and charge jump towards the platform. The platform will rise to the top and you can continue the level. After placing an object, the game can eat some of your input, so be careful. This way you are skipping the intended way of getting every rock to make the stairs. Mountain 2 is where it gets a little bit more precise. Get the rock from the condor and place it on the right pressure plate. Then stand like this and jump towards the rock while hitting the end of the button. Right after your jump you want to spam the grab button. If Kuzco grabs something on the first couple of frames, his pickup animation will be a little bit faster. We can use this then to make it to the rising platform, taking the rock with us. Next we take the rock and put it as close to the pole as possible. Jump on it and jump across. There is an alternative version for this skip. You can do something called bridge jump. Jump up this ledge and charge jump around the invisible wall to the bridge. This way you skip getting the stone from the condor and it's a bit faster. After getting on the bridge, knock down the tree and do it the same as before. I would not recommend this skip since the jump to the bridge is really hard. It's not worth in my opinion to go for this. Consistency is key and you don't want to keep resetting on this part. That way you can't get any practice in for the rest of the levels. The last skip in Mountain 2 is Condor Skip. It revolves skipping, hitting the condor into the button that opens the final door. Climb up the spiral tower and stop around here. Line up Kuzco so that his legs are on this little edge. Go in first person mode and put your aimer a little bit lower than these vines. Line up this part of your aimer to this vine. The aimer moves around slowly in random directions, so make sure it's lined up well before you exit first person mode. If done right, you can just charge jump straight into the wall, clip through it, landing in the loading zone. Do not move during your jump, because that will ruin the alignment. If you're behind the door but didn't hit the loading zone, don't worry. Just move Kuzco to the door and you will hit the loading zone. Mountain 3 is another straightforward level. This level is free if you make it past the first boulder without getting squished. Just talk to Pasha quickly and cut the corner tight to avoid the boulder. You will have every good cycle after it if you pass it. In the end against Kronk you need to collect 4 green idols. After grabbing the first one, you will let Kronk get the second one. Repeat this until you have all 4. The second one will spawn to the left of this charge potion. The third one will spawn to the right of this charge potion. And the last one will spawn in front of the door. This level was one of the longest levels in the game. That said, the time to beat it has reduced to around 30 seconds if done right. The first skip is called Carrot Skip. Grab the carrot after talking to Pasha. Walk to the corner and place Kuzco just before this line. Drop the carrot and jump kick to the left of it to clip into the market stall. After that, keep rolling downwards and keep jumping to get some height. If Kuzco went up a little, roll downwards and jump. Now you have made it onto the market stall. Jump towards the area with the 2 golden coins and you're done. Next is Golden Door Skip. Make your way up the stairs. Once at top, look to the right side of the door. You can see a little dent in the wall. Jump into it. Once in, walk forward and keep jumping. You don't want to spam the jump button. Make sure you do high jumps, that means no short hops. If done right, you will be further into the wall. Here you want to roll towards the door. The way I do it is by tapping down the down button really quick. The reason is that I want Kuzco to clip further down, but I don't want him to go inbounds again. Once I clipped Kuzco further into the wall, roll forward to the right, then left. You've now hit the loading zone and done the skip. If you don't want to tap down and risk falling inbounds, you can roll and jump kick your way further down. Then just finish the skip like before. This is going to be a wild one. Be prepared because we're going to cover a lot of information. First we're going to boost Kuzco up the water to destroy the statues. Grab the pot and place it close to the edge like this. You want to roll jump around the wall as high as possible. If you hit the water right, Kuzco will be placed up top, allowing us to destroy the statues. Now we don't have to make those stairs again. Next up is a small trick. Jump kicking can increase your horizontal movement a little bit. This is enough to make it over this gap. You want to place Kuzco so that he is at the ledge of the block at the end of his roll. Jump and after a small second kick. This will just be enough to make the jump. You can skip the dialogue of the 2 villagers by running back fast. As soon as you turn this corner, charge to the wall and grab the red idol. Turn around quickly and run away. Now you don't have to listen to the villagers. Just make sure you don't miss the red idol. After placing the 2 red idols in the door, you will come across this room. Shoot the left and the right target. Then charge them from the corner of the block across. This saves a couple of seconds over the normal route. Now comes the run killer. Golden Head Skip is a really hard skip, one of the hardest of the game due to its inconsistency. Start by getting Kuzco's head statue. You want to grab it as straight as possible. Make sure the back of his head is straight. The face a little bit to the right if possible, but not too far. That's because we're going to use the head to clip into the door on the right side of the head. Make sure not to move the camera, as it will change the pickup angle. Go to the right side of the door and place Kuzco in the middle of this tile. Now you want to line up the front of Kuzco's shadow to the curve of this tile. Make sure they touch, but not too far forward, or you will roll up the head. Too far back and you won't be pushed into the door. If you have lined up this shadow, go into first person mode. Look down as much as possible and line the inner left part of your crosshair up with this line. Go out of first person mode and place the head. Next, jump to the right of it and start rolling forward and a bit to the left. Not too much left or you will roll out of it. If everything is done right, after rolling for a couple of seconds, the head should push you into the door. If you're inside the door, roll a bit to the right and hit the loading zone. You have a small margin of error, so try to recreate this as the best of your ability. This was first a really boring level, but with the help from some huge skips we save a lot of time. First, make sure to take the checkpoint before the crocodile section. Once you're at the crocodile pit, stand on the left button to move the platform. Next, stand on the platform and let it go back. Then line Cusco up facing this corner and just roll jump straight. You should land further into the level. For the next trick we can use the previous trick to our advantage. Ignore every checkpoint and go to the secret area to get charge. Jump off and you should be back before the crocodile section. Enter the door and stand to the left of this button. Then charge jump straight off the ledge and you should land again farther in the level. Enter the door and go to Isma's boss fight. Once at the fight we can do the trick we did in Mountain 1. Shoot 2 blocks all the way down. Stand on one of them and shoot the other back up. Quickly jump on the moving block and you will reach the end. Be careful because Isma can shoot you off the block, so time it well. I'll quickly go over these levels since they are pretty straightforward. You want as much airtime as possible. Try doing some micro hops on the slopes and hit as many jump pads as possible. The time adds up fast, but it isn't necessary. Falling off is basically a dead run, so prioritize finishing the level over these time skips. There are some things I need to highlight though. In Catacombs 1 there is this trick. You can hit these extra boost panels by falling off the track before the jump pad. Go left right after you've hit the track and hit the boost panels. Do not hit the jump pad right after, as you will jump over the next turn because of the extra speed. This skip is kinda risky because you can fall off if you go left too early. Only go left if you hit the track. You will have more speed throughout the level, so be careful to not fall off. In Catacombs 3 you can kinda do the same as in Catacombs 1. After you reach this part in the level, ignore the second last jump pad by jumping here on the side. You can get all these boost panels for free if you do this. Again, be careful as you will fly through the level afterwards. Last, in Catacomb 5 there is an invisible boost pad here on this edge, as well as a jump pad here off the track. Hit these and you will fly through the level. I suggest for anyone who wants to learn more about these levels to click the links in the description. I have left the videos to the world records of these 3 levels down there. Although this level is very long and difficult, there isn't much to talk about. Besides the obvious RNG boss fight, a lot of practice and trial and error is everything you need. This level is all about the bunny. You want to avoid as many coins as possible, because every 5 coins increases your jump bar, it also increases the time to charge your jump. Try getting all the carrots optimally by not backtracking for any of them and avoid missing the jumps. In the end you can charge while grabbing the potion. When you switch to the llama, any charge left from jumping will convert into actual charge. This can save a second or two when going to the end door. When you enter the level, spam roll and aim for the right immediately. This will skip talking to Pasha in the beginning. Be careful as the camera may not be facing the right way, so try to avoid Pasha if possible. Lap 2 is the shortest level in the game and you will see why. Make your way to the wall that can break. Just before the wall down the stairs, turn right. You can ride on the air between the walls and the stairs. Stay close to the wall, go a bit forward, then adjust to the right. It's a bit hard to see, but you want to be in the middle as possible of the level under you. This will take a little bit of practice to know when to adjust to the right, but it won't take long. Just don't fall into the hole beneath you when you fall down. If this trick is too hard for you, there is a backup. Make your way past the swinging things and make a right turn. Make sure you also turn the camera right. This way the game won't think you died. You need to turn the camera or else it won't work. There is literally nothing interesting in lap 3 other than this cool jump. You would think that the second longest level in the game would have a lot of skips, but you'd be wrong sadly. There are 2 skips in this whole level. Right after the rooms with the floating platforms, you will enter a room with a single button. Do not move. Just charge jump straight on it and right as you hit the button, jump again. By jumping again, you will leave the room and skip the animation for the platform to rise. We can use this skip further in the level as well. After opening the 2 red idol door, the same kind of room appears. Do the same thing as I previously said and make your way to Isma. Once in the room she will start talking, but you can move now during her dialogue. When she's done talking she will pull out her hammer, but because we can move we can already hit her. If you hit her before she takes out her hammering during the fight will be gone and you can freely hit her the final 2 times. You can hit her from the moment she stops talking to when she takes out her hammer. Either hit her by charging into her or use a jump kick. At the start of the level you can buffer inputs. That means you can kinda already move Kuzco during the level cutscene. When you enter the level, press and hold roll and aim to the right. Kuzco will move a bit to the right in the game. This makes it possible to get the first cycle of the moving platform. It's almost the same as the trick in Lab 1. Another weird thing about this game is sometimes things are a little different when you use a keyboard. I recommend using a keyboard when you meet Bite Kid because he barely moves at the beginning, making it easy to hit him. If you use a controller, he will speed up, making it harder to hit him. These are skips or tricks that are either insanely hard to pull off in a normal run, or they risk soft-locking the game. There aren't a lot of them, but I still wanted to show some of them. Let's start with F4 strats. This trick is in no way hard, but it has a little bit of risk. You can return to the map by pressing the F4 key on your keyboard. If we press F4 when we touch the loading zone at the end of a level, we skip the continue screen and we can select the next level ourselves on the map select screen. The risk lies in that if you press it too early, you will go to the map select screen before actually beating the level and you will need to redo the whole level. During the Bite Kid skip in Village 2, instead of pressing the button for the time door, you can make this insanely jump across the void by staying a little bit in bounds. This is extremely hard and not worth trying in a run. If you're tired of doing Pasha skip, you can jump from here and jump around this wall to reach this part of the level. Again, making the jump and sticking on the wall is insanely hard and not worth trying. You can skip the pot skip in City 2 by grabbing the pot and just run off here. There's a small chance that you will put back on the other side of the water. Multiple people have tried to get this consistent but to no avail. This really seems the most random skip ever. Throne skip might be the coolest skip in the entire game. The goal is to enter the loading zone before Isma's cutscene begins. After going up the block, try and align Kuzco to the middle of the throne door while avoid falling off. Once Isma throws a potion, jump on the ledge, charge through the door, turn around and jump kick into the door entrance. If you've done it right, you have skipped Isma's cutscene and you can proceed to finish the level. This skip is insanely hard because you have only one try to do it. You risk hitting the side of the door or mistime Isma's throws. Of course you can fall off because Isma is throwing potions at you. If you jump into the door entrance, you can softlock yourself, basically ending your run. Go for it if you're feeling good, but I wouldn't recommend going for it.
Dude! Oh! Yo, let's fucking go!
Last is Lab 2 cutscene overlap. By spamming the roll button when entering a level, you can take control over Kuzco. Now comes a sequence of complicated steps. You will have to, and I quote, do a buffered input or spam any button to gain control over Kuzco, go into the checkpoint and talk to Pasha before Kronk appears, cancel 4 text boxes, get caught by Kronk, then cancel the last one, and when the fade to white stops, quickly cancel Kronk's text boxes and you will be Speed Turtle. This saves 7 seconds, but if you don't cancel Kronk's text boxes before Kuzco says not again, the game crashes. Thanks Orion for that detailed explanation. Depending on your timing, you can get some interesting results. I wouldn't recommend trying it in a run, you can gain those 7 seconds probably somewhere else. Well, that's everything you need to know about the Emperor's New Groove. I hope you've learned something from this video. Of course, not literally everything is in this video, but I do hope you'll check out some speedruns to see how this game is ran. I want to give a big thanks to the Emperor's New Groove Discord speedrun community, as without them this video wouldn't have existed. If you have any questions or you want some help with some of the skips, you can ask us in the Discord, which I have put a link in the description. Anyways, thanks for watching and I hope to see you soon on the leaderboard.